Please subscribe to Uipath Expo Hub channel and hit the bell icon. Be the first person to watch the latest automation videos. Hey guys, welcome back to another interesting topic, which is roles of modern folder. Okay, this is very important for us to utilize and take advantage of modern folders. So before we get started, myself Rakesh from Uipath Expo Hub. Please do subscribe to Uipath Expo Hub channel in case you have not done it, and please do like all the videos that you're watching on Uipath Expo Hub. So let's get started with our topic, roles for modern folder. So once you log into Orchestrator, open your services. So this is my services. So I'm opening the Orchestrator page and I'm going to tell you where is that option and what is this option I'm talking about, right? So for that, all you have to, once you get onto the Orchestrator page, it's taking a little time for me, just a second, so let's wait. Meanwhile, so these are different 5 roles that I'm going to show you. These are the 5 different roles, and one must understand how to utilize it. Let's say you cannot simply provide some roles to somebody and you will find it's not functioning, and generally it would happen if you do not know how to provide the roles. So this is very important while utilizing modern folders, or you have created a modern folder and created a processes in that, and you are seeing couple of automation users are not able to run it. So why is that happening, right? So this is the place for you to understand. So let's get started. So once I am in the Orchestrator page, the very first step I do, click on the profile name, right, and click on settings. So once you go to settings, here is the general tab, and here you have couple of so many varieties of options are there. For example, let's say I would like to change the color of the header, right? I can do that. So I would not recommend, but in case you want, you can do that. But please be careful in changing the settings. You will not be able to roll back. Okay, so be very careful. So do not save it, come out of the page, click somewhere outside, so you will not be able to save it, what in case you are not ready to save it. Okay, so our main focus is these are the 5 different roles I was talking about, and it's clearly written on the top. In order to take full advantage of the fine grained permission offered by modern folders, Uipath recommends you to have these roles. So what are these roles and where are they and how to utilize them is something I'm going to tell you. This is very critical concept, and I feel nowhere in YouTube or nowhere in the internet you would be able to find more details around this, where I'm going to share details which would help you a lot, right? You would stand out from other people. So for this, what to do? So let's understand each role one by one. So the first one is Tenant Administrator. So what is Tenant Administrator? This is the highest role, contains the tenant level permissions. So this is the highest level. So when you have to provide this role, let's say I am myself Rakesh, who has got complete access of the department. So I'm the administrator, I'm the who has complete access. So only to those people, if you would like to delegate, let's say I have to go on vacation and there has to be someone who should act as a backup of mine, and I would like to delegate access to somebody in our team. So only to those specific people I have to give, because this is such a highly advantageous role. If somebody wants to manipulate something, this will be very critical. So you should be very selective whom you would like to give this role. So Tenant Administrator. So again, this role is given at the tenant level, okay, which has the complete permission, the highest level of access. So now how do I give access at tenant level? What is the meaning of this? We need to understand. Okay, so what is tenant level access, folder level access, right? This is something we need to understand. Now for the tenant level access, what I do, all I have to do is I have to go to uses. Okay, so I'll have to go to uses, and let me come out of this page. Let's say because this is on my personal laptop, I am the only user at this moment. Just think I have added some 10-15 users, okay, or I have added another friend of mine who's supposed to be the next tenant admin. So what I do, I will add his name. Let's say he is the person, and I will add him as a user. Once I have added him as a user, all I have to do, I have to give this access. So once you enabled it from that setting, if you click on edit, right, in your list, in this list, so you will find that tenant administrator. You see on the top, tenant administrator. In case you are not able to see this, all you do is, enable that and save. So once you save it, you will be able to see this role. So if I assign this role to this person, right, if I assign this role to this person, what would happen? He is the person who is going to have complete access. So this point is complete. Now the next access that I have is allow to be folder administrator and folder administrator. So what is this? Allow to be folder administrator, folder administrator. So these are again two different roles, again for the same purpose, but again at two different levels I have to do it. So what is that? Let's understand. So if I go to again to the same page, allow to be folder. This role has the minimum required tenant permissions. Minimum required, like he can get alerts and all these things, minimum things that he can. Minimum required tenant permissions that allows users to manage their own folder and subfolder. Okay, and sorry for this error. And after that, it also says to manage their assign this role at the tenant level and assign the folder administrator role below at the folder level. So it's saying you have to, if you are giving this role to somebody, first is you give this role at the tenant level, and the second level, folder administrator, you have to give it in the folder level. Okay, this is confusing, right? Okay, let me make it very simple. All you do, go to users. Let's say I have added this user. So after I add this user, let's say I have to give this role to him. I have to give it at the tenant level. So click on edit, and here what is the role name? I said allow to be folder administrator. Do you see this? So I have given allow to be folder administrator role here. Okay, so once I have given this role at the tenant level, so this is the tenant level, you can see this here, right? Tenant level. Okay, so once you have given this, the next thing you do is go to folders. Okay, go to folders, and here let's say this is the folder level, modern folder, and here I would like to give access. So here what I have to do is click on the plus sign, right, and select the user. Let's say Rakesh is the user. I'm going to select the user, and here I have the option to give the next permission level, which is folder administrator. So it is given in combination, that's all. Okay, and assign it. So this is how you give it. So if you are giving at the tenant level to somebody, you also ensure you give it at the folder level or the subfolder level. So folder administrator, allow to be folder administrator, this has to be given at two different levels. You need to understand this. These concepts are not covered anywhere, so ensure you go through this video clearly and practice it. And the next one, allow to be automation user. Let's say there will be set of people who is not bothered about any folder, anything as such. All they need is, once you build a project, the project should run on their machine, right? So they are automation users. So those people are called just to execute a process. They just want to execute a process or a project, right? So for those kind of people, how do you provide access? So remember, modern folder is linked with Active Directory groups. So let's say I am going to add Active Directory group. For that, what I have to do, go to users in the orchestrator page. Doesn't matter which page you are in or which folder you are in, because this is a global resource, this is shared resource. This is, if you are creating over here, all the folders can see them. So what I do here in the users, I am going to add a Active Directory group. Let's say I am building a project for HR team. So here what I am doing, the HR team will have an Active Directory group, HR team or HR whatever. So with the name, I am going to just type it. Because it's not linked, I am not able to find it here, but again, as an example, I am saying, so I am going to pull that Active Directory group and add the entire group here. So in that group, let's say there are 100 members. So all the 100 members I have added, as a group, right? So all the users are there now. Now what you do, to that group, you have to give this access. What is that access? You have to provide allow to be automation user. Okay, this is the access that you have to give at the tenant level. So I don't have an active group here, but again, let me show you here for my name. Just think this is a group. What you do, click on edit. Again, you will have a similar field called role. Here what you do, allow to be automation user, there will be a role for the group. Okay, so don't take my name as an example. I am saying for an Active Directory group, you have to do the same step. So here I have to look for allow to be automation user. Do you see this? So this permission should be given at the tenant level. Okay, so once this permission is given at the tenant level, the next step for you is again save this, and once it's done, come to that for HR team. You have created a project in some folder, right? Some modern folder. So here what you do, add that Active Directory group once again. Okay, so HR team, whatever the Active Directory group name, it will populate here. Add that. So I don't have the Active Directory group. I'll simply take my name as an example, but you will be adding an Active Directory group. So once you have added the group over here what you do, you select automation user. Understanding? So this is how you should provide. Otherwise, your customers would call you saying none of the bots are running, right? So this is the reason. If you are implementing modern folder, you have to ensure this is what you have to follow. And how do you remember? I simply said all of these rules, but how do you remember all of this? Is there a documentation or somewhere I can find it? Yes. So what you do, go to settings, and here if you highlight, right, it tells you, for example, allow to be automation user. Assign this role to the users who only needs execute processes as it contains the minimum required tenant permission to allow robots to work. Assign this at the tenant level, and automation user role below, automation user that we have below for each folder. So for the folder level you have to apply this. Okay, so same thing, if you highlight automation user, it tells you clearly allow to be automation user role above assigned at the tenant level. So this will only function if you are assigning at the tenant level, the above one. Okay, assign it at the folder. So it's saying assign it at the folder level to allow the users robot to work, and make sure they also have the allow to be automation user role above assigned at the tenant level. So this rules you should remember from here. Okay, should come and highlight, and you should be able to get all these details. Okay, this is very useful video, guys. So please continue with us. Such content you may not find outside of our channel, so please do subscribe to our channel. Please do like all the videos. Please do comment what you feel. It's very interesting to read them. Please do comment. Thank you very much for your time. You guys have a wonderful day.